Hello, everyone. If you are Nigerian and you live in Nigeria, or even if you don't live in Nigeria but you follow Nigerian news, you will know the fact of IBD Dende, a man who is accused of smuggling, of being one of the biggest smugglers in the southwestern part of Nigeria. And there was a sting operation that was done on him, an investigative journalism, where an investigative journalist, Fisa Yoshoyombo, did a piece on him with a lot of evidence of how he takes part in not just smuggling but also gun running and bringing in of drugs. What do you call this thing now? Motorcycles that are being used by terrorists, and also bringing in of small ammunition and all manner of things. There was also a video of him that was shown where he was uh, saying that he was going to kill a custom officer who had dared to stop one of his trailers of which he was bringing in smuggled goods into Nigeria. And in that video, you could see other custom officers begging an alleged criminal to not kill one of their colleagues. And you could hear how pitifully the custom officer that was being threatened was saying, "What did I do?" And in all sense, well, he did nothing other than to do what the Constitution had asked him to do what he was being paid by taxpayers' money to do, and in doing that, that was actually the crime. So, in all of that has happened, this particular person who is being accused of smuggling has not been arrested. Custom hasn't done anything about it. Rather, Custom has actually come after the person who opened up this case. The government, Nigerian government, hasn't done anything about it. EFCC hasn't done anything about it. The police haven't done anything to the person being accused, but they've done everything to the journalists. And now what we are finding out is that they have actually arrested one of the journalists that work for this investigative reporter. So they've put the investigative reporter on wanted list. They want him arrested. They couldn't find him. They invited the chairperson of the board of trustees for the newspaper, for the organization. And so now what they've done, they have arrested. Yes, you heard me right. They have arrested a journalist who worked in the newspaper house that did this sting operation and did this investigation. That's the person they've arrested. It's unbelievable. Nigerian police, I keep saying, it's part of the criminality we have in our country. It's part of the criminal, and I say this with all sense of responsibility. Nigerian police is part of the criminality we have in our country. So this is Foundation for Investigative Journalism. That's the media house that did this investigation. Police abduct FIJ reporter Daniel Ojukwu on IGP's order. Daniel Ojukwu, a journalist with the Foundation for Investigative Journalism, has been abducted by the Intelligence Response Team, IRT, of the Inspector General of Police and is currently being held at the State Criminal Investigation Department, SCID, Panti in Lagos. Ojukwu went missing on Wednesday, May 1st. His number switched off and his whereabouts unknown to both colleagues, family, and friends. On Thursday, FIJ initially made a missing person report at police stations in the area where Ojukwu was headed. However, on Friday, a private detective hired by FIG tracked the last active location of his phones to an address in Isheri Olofin, a location FIG now believes was where the police originally picked him up. Ojukwu's family would subsequently get wind of his detention at Panti, where they were made to understand the authorities are accusing him of violating the 2015 Cybercrime Act. I also saw a report, I think a few days ago, where it seems as if the National Security Advisor is saying that, oh, the Cyber Crime Act, that they should activate it. And it's such a crazy, act that it's absolutely against the people. But For me, if that's what they think, it's going to make us keep quiet and not say what needs to be said and not accuse them of whatever criminality that they're doing. Please bring it on. Who is afraid of this jail that they always keep talking about? Let's all be there. I'm ready. For me, I'm like anytime, any day. You can't use that to shut people's voices. People's voices down. A relative who visited him told FIG that the authorities declined to provide contact details of the investigating police officer IPO on jurisdictional grounds as the case was beyond Lagos. The arresting officers are part of the IG monitoring team. They said when they are done arresting the other people on their watch list in Lagos, they will transfer him and others, to Abuja. It is now the third day since the police have been holding Ojukwu incommunicado, denying him access to legal representation, and that's against the law. You're supposed to deny him, charge him. You can't just put something and put him in incommunicado. Ironically, the knowledge of Ojukwu's abduction has come on World Press Freedom Day, the day set aside by the United Nations General Assembly to raise awareness of the importance of freedom of the press and remind governments of their duty to respect and uphold the right to freedom of expression enshrined under Article 19 of the 1948 Universal Declaration of Human Rights. On this same day last year, the World Press Freedom Day 2023, men of the area F police in Lagos arrested Daniel for telling them to stop punching a driver. The police have not formally said a word on why they abducted Ojukwu. However, when the Nigerian Police Force National Cybercrime Center, NPF-NCCC, grilled Bukisho Nibaro, the chairman of FIG's Board of Trustees, at the Abuja office in March, they had mentioned FIG's story on how Adejoke Orelope Adefulire, the then Senior Special Assistant on Sustainable Development Goals to the President, paid 147.1 million to an account traced to Enseno Global Ventures, Enseno GV, an Abuja-based restaurant for, guess what, the construction of a classroom. A few days later, Ademoyewa Adejobi, police public relations officer, then told Politics Today, a Channels TV program anchored by Shehu Okinbaloye, that there were 2 or 3 weighty allegations against FIG and its founder, Fisayo Shoyombo. Asked by Okinbaloye if the police had declared Shoyombo wanted or not, Adejobi said, "I sought a clarification from the CP. He told me no. But definitely they are going to invite him because there are weighty allegations concerning certain publications that his platform did. And of course, an invitation to the police at this level is just to come and clarify certain things, nothing more." On FIG's behalf, Shonibare reached out to the Police Cybercrime Center for an official invitation for anyone at FIG they needed to see, with a promise that it would be honored, but nobody at FIG till date has been formally invited by the police. The thing is that what is police business with whatever this newspaper house is publishing about anyone? It's none of your business. There is a civil this thing out there. If anybody feels that what FIG had published it's wrong or defamation of character or whatever it is, they can go to court. So what is police business? I don't understand this whole thing about this Nigerian police, taking matters on its own. Meanwhile, its members are being killed like fowls all over the country. They can't do anything. They can't, they can't investigate crimes. They can't even go after whether it's terrorists, whether it's kidnappers, whether it's anything. They can't. Even when their own people are being killed, they do nothing. In my own village, where you have police, sometimes police, when they are kidnapped, it is vigilante that we go in and be able to rescue those police. So I wonder, instead of the police to focus on doing what it is constitutionally mandated to do, it is there busy being the plating of anything that either has money, connection, or power to use them anyhow. Like I said before, Nigerian police is the biggest criminality we have in Nigeria.